examiner doubling down Friday on his autopsy report, telling jurors the officer's actions led to George Floyd's death, not drugs or pre-existing conditions.
Mr. Floyd's use of fentanyl did not cause the subdual or neck restraint. His heart disease did not cause the subdual or the neck restraint.
The defense pushing back.
Do you recall describing the level of fentanyl as a fatal level of fentanyl?
I recall describing it in other circumstances. It would be a fatal level, yes.
Dr. Andrew Baker, the latest medical expert to take the stand for the prosecution.
There's no evidence to suggest he would have died that night, except for the interactions with law enforcement.
Mr. Floyd died from a low level of oxygen, and this caused damage to his brain.
This comes after several police officers testified against their own, reacting to the 9 minutes and 29 seconds Derek Chauvin had his knee on George Floyd's neck.
You want to use the least amount of force necessary?
I don't know what kind of improvised position that is. So that's not what we train.
The defense claiming that the crowd of bystanders distracted Chauvin.
When an officer is on scene and he's making a decision to use force, and a crowd assembles, a reasonable officer has to be aware of what they're doing, right?
Absolutely.
And that can distract an officer.
In certain instances, yes.
And in a rare move, Minneapolis Police Chief Medaria Arredondo took the witness stand and didn't mince words.
That is by policy. It is not part of our training, and it is certainly not part of our ethics or our values.